Alright, we're back. Now one of the last things we're going to work on before we paint the entire marker and everything, I'm waiting for my paint to come in the mail. Still want to get the standard magwell to accept Scarab Arms magazines, which have this D-shaped instead of the round shape. And as you can see, this is round, this is a square peg and a round hole, so we're going to have to fix that to actually get this magazine to fit up into this magwell and to properly engage. So to do that, we're going to have to first of all cut that round hole into a D shape. So we'll go ahead and start taking care of that first, just by using the cutting wheel and some grinding wheels and stuff like that. We're just going to trim the back end of this circle off, and the same inside here, just so that we can fit this D shape up into the magwell. So I'll start doing that, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just finished cutting a D shape. I found that these little grinding wheels here work really nicely. It just tears the plastic up. So I just used that to just kind of grind the D shape, mostly just in the back there. Just enough to get that this will fit up in there, just like so. Alright, so it doesn't quite fit the whole way, because it's being stopped right here by this lever that comes out, so we need to make room for that lever. So what I'm going to do is I just put this up in here, kind of marked pencil where that lever's at, and I'm just going to grind out that area as well. So we'll just work on that. I have a smaller grinding wheel right here on the Dremel, and just basically just grind that back out. So I'll work on that and I'll be right back. Alright, I just finished grinding that back end piece, so that way the mag slides in. Still doesn't slide in all the way, and that's because this little guy right here, the little release lever, we need some sort of little small dent inside of here that can recess into just a little bit, and then we should pretty much be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting a little recess right there, just pretty much dead center, just inside of here. So looks like it needs to be about right in this area. We'll just do a little bit with the grinding wheel, and we'll get that up and running. Alright, I finished grinding out the small nubbin in there to be able to engage the lever, so it has somewhere to seat. And actually this, and I polished it out a little bit as well with a little polishing wheel, just to kind of smooth the plastic out. Everything seems to fit in there pretty smoothly. Mag seats properly, that kind of thing. Wind it up. It does take a little bit of a press or whatever, but it does work. Everything seems to be set okay. Slightly tight, but it's alright. I have a feeling that plastic's going to wear a little bit anyhow, and it'll probably be looser over time. So, another problem. One more thing we're going to have to do with this. If I mount this onto the gun, say I have the magwell mounted on there, and everything fits nice and clean. I have this hole open. You can see the inside. It's the follower here is up the whole way, but the mag does shift forward and back a little bit, which drops the follower a little bit, and that could be enough to cause a chop. Some other people on the internet have posted this. You can see that movement. So we're gonna have to put something back here to keep the mag from moving back. So that's the last thing I'm gonna have to do. Pop that magwell off. I know on the net I've seen somebody had just used a screw. They just put a wood screw in the back. They'll remedy that situation. They just put it back through here, keep the mags from going backwards. So I'll probably end up doing something like that as well. I'll just try to find a little piece of wood screw and put it through right down here toward the back. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll get right back. Alright, I'm back. I just took a 1/8 inch drill bit, drilled through this back here, just as a pilot hole at an angle. That way it's angled this way, just so the mag slides in over the screw easy. And I just screwed the thing in. Now we got all this excess screw over here on the back sticking out, but that's just going to be cut off. I can just chop that off with the cutting wheel just to flush things up. And the nice thing about having this screw here is it's adjustable, so you can unscrew it out a little bit if you need a little bit more space, or screw it in more if you need less space. And it seems to do the trick. Actually, it keeps everything nice and tight. Looks good to me. I just unscrewed it a little bit. I think that'll do the trick. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to cut that off with one of the cutting wheels. Just pop that magazine off. Yeah, easy enough. Yep. Yeah, tighten this up a little bit. Sometimes this doesn't get super tight. Yep. And that's why you wear goggles, eye protection, because these cutting wheels sometimes break and shatter. They go freaking everywhere, and they can fly into your eye. So make sure you're always wearing your eye protection. Grab another cut-off wheel here. This one ought to do it. They do sell some reinforced ones that are a little bit better. And that's pretty much about all you need to do there. With that, I'll just probably, because I'm a little anal, I'll just kind of sand it down a little in the back. Make sure that's ground down nice and flush. So that should be all it takes. We'll go ahead and reattach to the rifle. Screw on. And now it doesn't have the wobble, so that seems to work pretty well. Alright, that's pretty much all you need to do for the Scarab Arms mod. But like I said earlier, I can't reach the mag release without taking my hand off the trigger. So we're going to go ahead and remedy that as well with one of these Milsig extended mag release. I'm going to mount it pretty much right onto there. That way I can get it with my finger here, be able to operate that. So what I want to do here, I want this to be flush with the mag well. I think I'm just going to grind. Let's see. If I do it, it's about right there. I think it's probably good. Just above the mag well there. And work. Pencil. I want to grind this top here down a little. Grind that flush so that this lays more flush to the marker. And I also want to have this sit a little bit better. Looks like I need to grind from here in as well on this piece. Just need to grind that down. And to grind those, again, I'm going to use the little grinding wheels. I have various sizes. to just grind away the plastic. So I'll go ahead and start working on that and get that ground down nice and flush. For this little nub, I probably just use this wheel here, but just want to do something like that, just kind of get it nice and flush. So I'll go ahead and start working on that, and I'll get right back. Okay, I finished cutting the back of this off so that it'll actually fit correctly onto here, fairly flush anyhow, so that way I can actuate the magazine release from a much closer position. Now we just need to get it mounted. So the way I'm going to mount it, so I'm going to drill a hole. I think I can get away with, let me see what I can get away with here. Maybe I'll get away with drilling a hole further back here. Through the thicker part of the plastic here, that way it's not actually into the mag well. And use a metal screw or a wood screw to actually hold that onto there. So about right there. Kind of mark it. See where I went with that. Okay, so it does go kind of through the back. There. Try to get a hole through that. Through the loose plastic, we'll just get rid of that. Trying to get rid of the plastic there, clean that up. So we'll just go ahead and put another screw through there. See what I got in my drawer here. Might have to trim it as well, but I think we'll be alright. Hopefully I can just put a screw through that. I'm going to see how well this holds. This might actually hold good enough. I thought about using the JB Weld as well to mount it on there, but looks like I might not need it. If I can get that on there, I don't know, we'll see. Put the pin back in place. I don't think I'll need that JB Weld actually. Seems to be pretty firm. I don't want to mount it to the handguard, I don't think. But hopefully everything is secure enough. So that should be secure enough, just like that. I'll just paint over that screw as well when I get the paint in. But that should be good enough, hopefully. So yeah, now I can eject the mags. No problem. Seems to work pretty well. And that's pretty much it for the magwell. Next video will just be, I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'm just going to paint it. To paint, you're just going to need to clean all the parts, pretty much have everything cleaned up now anyhow. Sand everything down, wash it, soapy water. I've already washed a lot of these parts, everything's pretty much good to go. It's ready to paint. I'm just going to apply a coat of the Aluma oxide paint that I ordered. It's just a black firearms paint. Put a coat of that on, let it dry, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. I'll get this thing assembled and actually fully functioning and working here, and should be good to go. I'll probably just do a nice little demo video of it firing and working, and that'll be it for this project. I'll see you guys in the final video.